Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. I know it's been quite a while since I posted something on the channel. I've been kind of busy with some things I've been doing on the background, but soon I'll be showing you what I've been working on. So today we'll be just building a simple application using tkinter and Python. So the application will be a to-do list application. So basically our application, by the end of the tutorial, you'll have created something like this. So let me just run it here. So you can just add anything on a to-do list. So it doesn't run on a database. I just use the hacky way using txt files. So let me show you. You can add anything on the to-do list application. Just add coding again. So as you can see, you can add, and then now let me delete this, and then it is deleted. And I'll show you something that is that I really loved about this application. So when you delete something on the GUI, it also deletes uh, the word on our txt file. So let's begin. Let's start coding the application. So stick around and let's create this awesome application. So let's first import tkinter. So we'll do from tkinter. Let's import everything, but you can add a database if you want. So but as for me, I don't think I need a database for this application. So from tkinter, let's also import ttk. So let's create a class right here. We'll call it to do. Let's use our init constructor. So we'll pass here self, and then we'll also want to pass the root object. So just like that. And then now let's just pass there. And then now let me create my function where we'll be running our main window. So it will be main. Let's do something like it will be root equals tk. So it will be root equals tk. And then now we'll pass our UI on our tk on our window. So it will be to do the class name, and then we'll pass root right there. And then now we'll run our main loop. So it will be root dot main loop, just like that. And then now let's do this. If name, so it is underscore equals, and then again underscore main. Then now let's run our, so just like that. So now when we run the application, it will show us a simple window. As you can see, we have a small window. So we'll create the geometry of the application, the title. We'll set it on our class. So let's start. Let's say self.root equals to root, and then now let's do self.root.title. Then we'll specify the name for the application. So it will be to do list, just like that. Then I will set the geometry. So this will be the width and the height of the window. So it will be self.root.geometry So let's do something like that. So this will be 650. This will be the width, and then we'll do it by 410. That will be our height. Then now let's position our window. So we'll add a plus there. So it will be 300 plus 150. So now let's create our label. So as you can see, this is the main label, to-do list app. This is our main label. So we'll do something like self dot label. So now here is when we'll start using so we'll use the label widget in tkinter. So label, so it will be self. Where do we want to place it? It will be on the self dot root, and then we'll say text equals, this will be to do list dash app, and then we'll set our font to equals to Arial 25. So that will be the size of the font, and then we want to set it to bold. So let's do a width of 10, and a border width of 5. So let's just do something like this so that it doesn't overwhelm the window, so it doesn't extend to the more to the right, just like that. So just like that. We have set our border width to 5. Now we are setting the background. So for this application, you can use any color. Me, I went with orange. So you can use any color you want. So the foreground equals to black. So this will be the color of our text. And then now let's just pack this on our window. So it will be self label dot pack. And then where do you want to pack it? So we'll set the side equals to top, and then we'll fill both the x axis and the y axis. So it will be both. So this is all uppercase, both. So now let's run it and see as to where we are. As you can see, so the application is coming along well. So now let's set the smaller this label now. Yeah, here add task. So we'll set this label. So now let's do it. It will be self dot label self.label 2. Let's just name it like that, equals label, or let me just do this, self.label 2. So we'll just take this for the first label, and then I will just change some stuff. So you can also do this once you have created the first label. You can do this. So we'll do 2 self.label 2, and then now let's change the text here to add task. So that will be add task. Then I believe everything is the same, the width, the background, the foreground, the font. So we'll just change the font here, the size of the font. So we'll just do 18 for the font. For this our second label, this is for the add task. So and then here, instead of packing it, we'll use another GUI management method in tkinter. It's called place, so we'll place it on our window. So we'll do x equals 40, and then we'll do y. So y stands for the x-axis, and x stands for the x-axis, and y the y-axis. So you learned that in when you're in school. So self.place. Now when we run that should show us. So label 2 or label 2 like that. Now let's run it. As you can see, we have the other label on our window for add task. Now let's do our last label, I believe. So this will be self. Let's just do it like we did for the second label right here. And then now let's name it label 3, self.label 3. So this will be label 3, just like there. So that will be our label 3. So let's do, we are also placing this on our window. So let's change the text right here. So this will be tasks. So this will be just right above our list our list box. So just like that, I believe. So everything is the same. No, let's do, yeah, I believe everything is the same. So the label task, the width is the same, the font is the same as this our second label. So now let's just change the placement on the window, so it will be 320 by 54. Yeah, let's run that and see. Yeah, now that's coming along well. Now let's do for where you are the text box where you'll enter the task that you want to do. So self dot main text, so it will be equals to, so here we'll be using the list box widget in tkinter. So it will be self dot root, and then let's set our height to 2. Let's set the width to 30. Let's do a font of Arial bold. So let's change the height to 9. Let's do a border width. So BD equals to 5. And then we'll do a width of 23. Width equals 23. And then now let's set our font to equals to Arial 20. The size will be 20. And then let's do italic bold. And then now let's place it on our window. So this will be self dot main text dot place. So x will be equals to 280, and then our y, yeah, this will, yeah, this is the for the list box, so it will be y equals to 100. So now we should have a list box, yeah, here. So here is where all the data that you enter on will create an entry box right here, where you type in the word that you want to put on a list box. So that looks good. Now let's do self dot text. So now here's where you'll be entering all the data. You'll be typing, let me show you, self dot root. Let's do a bd equals 5. Let's do height of 2. Let's do a width of 30, and then a font equals Arial. We forgot our comma. Arial, a quotation, not a comma, and then we'll set it to 10. Bold, just like that. Then now let's place it on our window. Self.text dot place. So it will be x equals to 20 and y equals to 120. So now let's run that and see. So we have a box where we can enter the data. So it will be like just like that. You can enter coding just like that. But now we have not created a function for running, for inserting this to, for inserting the data that we enter here to here. So we'll just do that in just a minute. So now let's now create our function. So right here, create a comment like this, then do something like that. Let's do that, add task. So here's where our function will be. So I like doing commenting it like this, so it just looks good. So let's do define add. So this will be a function. So now let's do content equals to self. So this is just a variable name, so don't worry where content was defined. Self text. So we want to get the data from our text box. So this is our text box. This is our text box here. So we want to get the data that we enter there, then I'll place it and then I'll insert it here. So now let's do that. Self.text dot get on from, oh, so 1.0 states it from the beginning, so from index 1 right there, and then we want to get it to the end just like that. And then let's do self dot main dot text, or main text. This is the variable name for our list box. Text dot insert, so it will be from the end. And then now let's pass the content. So we are basically getting the content from our text box, and then now we are inserting it on our list box. I think you get the idea. So now here we'll open a file. So here we are saving the data that we're getting from our text box. So we will create a file right here. So it will be with open. Let's do data.txt, and then we can do something like that. First, let's write it as file. Let me first create a file right here. Let's do data.txt. Create a txt file first. So we have a data.txt. So now let's change from write to append, so that we just append the data. So file dot write and then content. So we are getting the content we're inserting it on our list box, and then now we are writing it to our text file. So I think you are getting it. So file.seek and then 0, and then I will close the file.close, just like that. And then now let's do self.text.delete. So we want each time we add, we want to delete the, let me run this one here, the one that I've already created. So we want, let's say let's just insert coding again. So we are coding. So when we add it, as you can see, it is deleted from our text box. So that's what we want. So let me just delete that. So delete from index 1 to the end, and this end is uppercase. It's uppercase. So that's our first function. So now let's create the second function for deleting the word from our list box, and also it will delete it in our txt file. So I'll show you some hacky ways I found on Stack. So delete. So let's do delete, something like that, equals to self dot main slash text dot cursor selection. So when you click on something, you're selecting it on our list box. So when you select that file, we want to delete it. So we'll do something like this. So it will be look equals to self dot main. So now we are getting the item right here. So we'll just pass this variable name delete here. So now let's again with open data.txt. So we'll now read and then as f. So let's write new f equals, so this will be another variable name. This will be a variable for reading each line. So now here we are reading each line on our txt file. So read lines, then f.seek from 0, and then we'll create a for loop for line in. So we are looking for that line on our txt file with this for loop. So let's just do item equal to str slash look. So we are changing this variable that you've gotten right here into a string. Then now if item not in line f dot right. F dot truncate. Let me first do this, and then we will do self dot main slash text dot delete. So we are deleting the item that we selected in on our list box. So this line deletes it on our list box, but this right here deletes it on our text file, so that we don't have that item. When you delete it, we don't want it to still be on our list, on our text file. So we want it deleted. So that's the purpose of this code right there. So we'll again open up the file. So we want, when we open our window, we want the word to be placed on our list box, the word that are already on our text file. So it will be data.txt. So here we'll read the file. So just like that, as file. So it will be read dot equals file dot read lines, just like that. So we now loop through the read file, so that we get each word on a separate line. So it will be in read so we'll create a variable named ready, so that means the files are, and then I will use the split inbuilt function of Python. So we'll split everything. So it will be self dot main text dot insert dot end level ready, and now we pass this. So each line will be on a separate line. When you split everything, each line will be on a separate line on our list box. So, and then now we want to close the file. Always close the file. So file dot close, just like that. So now let's do our buttons for adding and deleting. So it will be self dot button equals, we'll also use the class widget button. For tkinter self dot root, we'll do a text equals add, and then we'll also do a font right there of serif 20 bold italic. we'll do a width equals 10, and then we'll just go to the next line right here. So we'll also do a border width of 5. Our background will be orange and our foreground will be black. So, and then we'll, because it's a button, we need, now here is where we'll run our function. So it would be command equals add, just like that. So now let's place it on our window. So it will be self.button.place equals 30, y equals 280. So now we'll just check this one for the first button, and then now let's just place it below right there. So we'll just change a few things. So that will be the text that will be displayed on the button. So here it will be delete, and then now the function that we want to run here, it will be delete, not add, just like that. And then now let's change where we want it on our window. So this will be button 2. So yeah, I mistook this one for the add button. So we don't want it on 280, on our axis of 280, we want it at 180. So I believe now everything is good. So with only, I guess, how many lines of code? 74 lines of code. We have created a to-do list application using tkinter. So command, oh, it is double, so that was a typo right there. Now let's run that. So everything now, look, everything is good. So now let's add here. Let's see if everything works well. So let's do coding. So let me first close this txt file, just like that. Coding, add. As you can see, it is added on our list box right there. So let's write listening. Let's do watching some movies. So you can just add it just like that, and then now let's see if we can deleted. Now let's check our txt file. As you can see, watching movies is gone. So I guess that, and guys, that's, I believe that's it. You have created a to-do list application using tkinter. So I can leave you you can just, it's all about your creativity. You can add to update this. So if you let's say you misspelled coding, you can add a function so that you can edit the I'm telling you, it's very easy. You can just take it here, and then it comes here, and then you edit it, and then now it can, then now you can just add it back to the task. So that's it, guys, for the video. Hope you continue subscribing to my channel, guys. I believe that there are good things are coming soon.